In this video, I'm going to talk about the balance behind being a semi-productive person. I hate to admit it, but I am a lazy girl. And I used to hate that part of myself, but I'm starting to accept the bad or lazy sides of me. And as a lazy girl, I think trying to be a perfectionist will be the end of me. Because if we're trying to be perfect all the time, we fall into this 0 to 100 mindset, which to me has meant I either do everything that is considered productive and I check off 10 things a day, or I do nothing and I hate myself. And for me, one thing that helps me get semi-productive in the day is doing small things like making my bed when I first wake up. I definitely think it sets a tone for the rest of my day. And the reason I'm making this video is because telling myself that I don't have to accomplish everything I set my mind to every day actually reduces some of the pressure and makes me feel more accomplished in the long term. It's normal and okay to put things off. And you might think, Morgan, you're being an enabler, but no, I'm just being realistic. One thing I allow myself to in being semi-productive is I actually allow myself 20 minutes to sit with my coffee and watch TV or do the quote lazy thing in the morning, because I also feel like this regulates my nervous system. It allows me to be a little slower and not rush around. I also will acknowledge that I have the luxury of working a remote job that is more flexible, but if you're the type of person that likes to have slower mornings, even if you have to get up for work by 7 a.m., maybe wake up a little bit earlier and give yourself that time to rest. But of course, everyone is different. There's some days where I love to just wake up and get going, but typically it feels so relaxing to take my time and set my priorities for the day in a slower pace. So while I mentioned it's good to wake up and make your bed to start the day strong, the balance part of that is also being slow with your actions and taking that 20-minute break if you need to. Once my timer is up, I like to take my journal and write down all the priorities I have for the day. I like to categorize my priorities using the Eisenhower matrix, or by simply putting a number beside each task to allow me to know which tasks are the most important, and anything below a 3 and a 4 can maybe be put off until the next day. Also, this is something I've been slacking on, but I'm trying to get back into it, and that's gratitude journaling and writing out my affirmations, because it does really shift your mindset in a more positive way, and even after doing it for the last week or two, I feel such a drastic shift. But going back to organizing your priorities, physically writing them down has been shown to be a lot more effective than writing them in a notes app. And this is because you're taking the time to truly think about it, and also it's something you can visualize. Also, another big productivity tip is to actually organize every task into a time slot, so you can easily jump between tasks and give yourself some break using the Pomodoro method. Now, in getting ready for my day, I decided to wear my new Skims bralette from the Fits Everybody collection. And maybe I'm the last person to try Skims, but I'm so glad I finally did, because honestly it is the most comfortable bralette I've ever worn. My biggest issue with bralettes in the past is them falling off the shoulders, but this one stays locked in place all day. And of course, we've all heard how buttery soft Skims is, but for me, it's the shape and the straps that don't give you irritation on your shoulder blades from movement like most bralettes do. Had to do a little dance moment to show you how comfortable it is to move around in it. I'm wearing the Fits Everybody triangle bralette in the Onyx small and the matching dipped front thong in Onyx small as well. You can click the link in the description to check out the Fits Everybody collection, available in sizes extra small to 4X. Also, after you send your order, please let them know that I sent you by selecting YouTube in the survey and select my channel from the dropdown. Now that I have an outfit on that makes me feel cute, but also, weirdly enough, more productive, it's time for me to head out and do some work. I do believe what you wear impacts your mood, and if you wear an outfit that makes you feel put together, you are going to feel way more motivated and, in the end, accomplished. So I wanted to give a quick explanation on how you can be semi-productive, because as I've already mentioned, I'm sure I'm a certified lazy girl, and I know like maybe I shouldn't tell myself that, but I'm also learning this year to like accept the things that are quote wrong with me or bad about me. And one of those things is I can be like inherently lazy at times. When I feel like overwhelmed with other things, I tend to let other things slack. and then I beat myself up for not being like as productive as I could be or should be. So the purpose of making this video in particular is showing you how you can get back on track or be productive in a more realistic and like not too hard on yourself kind of way. And in the video, I'll explain these tips further, but the first thing I do is mark down my tasks for the day, just that I need to get done today. And once you have those down, write down the priorities of each one. Whoa, it got suddenly so bright. So I mark down priority 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just focus on like priority 1 first, and then I can move on into 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And I will admit, like things that are maybe 3 or 4 on the priority scale, sometimes I'll put off until the next day, but this allows your brain to focus on one thing at a time and not feel this like overwhelming sense of, oh my God, I have so much I need to do. And of course, like any other small priorities you want to get done that can be like habit stacked within each other, like how this morning I did my notes and then I got showered, and in the shower I did like some more skincare that I've been like wanting to do. That is maybe an even lower priority, but you can like sneak those in, if that makes sense. But today my biggest priorities are getting a lot of work done that I've been pushing off. And funny enough, I do think your priorities can change. So in the past, working out like first thing in the morning was like a big priority of mine, but now because I've just have a lot going on with work, content creation, and overall just getting other things in order, working out has now become like a priority 3 or 4. So it's not as big of a deal. It's not as big of a deal as it maybe had been in the past. But instead of just like talking to you and explaining the concepts I want to talk about in this video, I'm just going to continue to give a vlog style with a voiceover because I tend to enjoy those more personally, and I don't want to just like ramble on. And yeah, let's get the day continued going. I definitely need another energy of some kind. I actually drove to a gas station that I know has my favorite energy drink. So make it rewarding. If you accomplish a task, reward yourself with like your favorite fun drink, or maybe you're like wanting to buy something. I don't know. You can save that for the end of the day. If you like accomplish something that feels really hard to do, reward yourself in like small ways or eventually big ways. Like I've told myself at the end of this week, if I finish everything I've set my mind to today on Monday, then I can buy myself this thing I've been wanting for so long, which is a little expensive. So I'm not encouraging people to like spend money in order to be productive. I guess it's more so like a reward for me. But maybe I shouldn't say that. I feel like that comes across as like, oh, money will motivate you. But in a way, I do think spending money in order to accomplish things helps. Like going to a cafe and spending money on a coffee, if it means you'll work more, will make you more productive, so then you'll make more money in the end. I'm being a bit sneaky today and I'm going to a cafe with my Alani, but I tend to always buy coffee from there, so they can suffer 1 or 2 days with me bringing my own drink. And while I get on the road, I just have to quickly say, one of the things I really hate is, have you seen online, a lot of guys will like tell their girlfriends, or they'll say online, like, babe, why are you spending so much money on coffee? Like, if you didn't buy yourself Starbucks, you would save like whatever, $2,000 a year, or some like big number. But in my head, like I said, if you're spending money to become more productive, like, or you just simply enjoy that thing, like if you enjoy a Starbucks coffee or you like a bubble tea, just get the bubble tea. Life is so short. Anyways, I should probably stop driving and talking, so let's just catch up later. Bye bye. I mentioned the Pomodoro method earlier, so I want to explain exactly what that looks like. It is a technique of time management that breaks work into 25-minute intervals, with short breaks in between. This technique is designed to help you stay focused and also reduce your mental tiredness. And why this fits in perfectly with being semi-productive is because instead of sitting down and cramming work in for 4 hours, you can break up your tasks into these 25-minute intervals and also give yourself some break so you never feel burnout. I think it's great that we're shifting away from thinking you're only productive or successful if you're grinding out for hours at a time. It's so much healthier for not just your body but your mental as well, to not be pushing yourself in such an extreme way. It's so cute. I love it. Yay. I ended up finishing a lot more than I thought I would. I bought myself this cute shirt as a reward, like I mentioned earlier. And because I do believe life is to be lived and enjoyed, I wanted to take myself to the beach to relax and recenter, become present again after spending so many hours staring at a screen. I really hope you enjoyed this video and some of the few techniques and just overall mindset I've shifted for myself. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already to see more videos of mine in the future. And with that, I can't wait to see you in the next video.